Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys, there's another Marvel movie review in the MCU rewatch series thing that I've been doing for 8,000 years now. Today we're tackling the next MCU film, which is of course Captain Marvel 2, aka The Marvels. Now, this film's pretty much been marred with controversy. That's pretty much something I say almost every review now, but look, I mean, straight up, it was directed by Nia DaCosta, I believe, and she kind of, a little bit of controversy with her where apparently she left to go work on another movie, which apparently isn't uncommon, but people got mad about that. You also have 3 women in this movie, and again, I'm not sexist, I'm not some kind of weirdo. Women are cool, just like, you know, straight up, but at the same time, you know, whenever you have, I think I mentioned this in another review, whenever you have a woman in something who is not just like, you know, a girl in the kitchen the whole time, like in the 50s, you know, you get people who are like, oh, it's a woman, you know, again, right? Like, come on, you know, again, Force Awakens poster right there. There's so many movies like that, but of course she's the first one that comes to mind, but this movie's got 3 women in it, right? Oh my god. Wow, you know, but like you've got Captain Marvel, who I guess is you know, Brie Larson, who's the white woman no one likes for some reason. People think she's like a mass murderer. To me, she's cool. I don't know what she did to make everyone so mad online. You get a black woman who's played by Teyonah Parris. I probably said that wrong, but she's fine in the film. But you know, you get a crazy white woman. Apparently, you get a black woman, and you get a Muslim woman. You put those 3 together, oh my god, it's woke. It's horrible. Don't watch it, right? But I watched it in theaters. I rewatched it. It's a good freaking movie. I genuinely think this is a better movie than Captain Marvel 1. I don't hate Captain Marvel 1. You can go check out my review on that, right? I didn't hate it. I thought it was good. But this one, for being a really short Marvel movie, a lot of stuff happens. And, you know, obviously you get Nick Fury, who's kind of, you know, this film is basically doing a lot, right? Like, it's doing a lot of heavy lifting with Nick Fury, but also the Flurkins and Captain Marvel and the Skrulls and everything, right? And I mean, there's just so much in this where it can feel a little bit overwhelming. Thankfully, it isn't. But at the same time, you know, I'm watching and I'm like, oh wow, like, this is a sequel to Captain Marvel. But it's also a sequel to the Ms. Marvel show with Kamala Khan. It's also a kind of sequel to Secret Invasion because Nick Fury's back in Saber, right? It's also a bit of a sequel to Captain Marvel 1, again in the sense of, what's-her-face, Monica Rambeau, who's also, you know, older now, right? Because in Captain Marvel, she was the little girl, now she's, of course, an adult. We saw her last in WandaVision, which I guess it's also a sequel to that. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this, right? And, again, you get the villain, Dar-Ben, that's it. I was close. Dar-Ben is, you know, the bad guy girl in this. Apparently she's married to Tom Hiddleston, which is kind of funny. She's not a great villain. Like, I'm not going to be the first one to say that, right? She's not ultra memorable. She's not even that amazing of an actor in this. Like, she's fine, right? Like, she's got the crazy eyes and the crazy smile and all that. Like, she's clearly nuts. And I do think she is moderately well written, right? Like, I like the fact that Captain Marvel, you know, Carol Danvers, at the end of the first film, she's like, I'm going to go to Hala, I'm going to go wreck some stuff, and it's going to be great, right? But she does that, and it really F's up the entire, you know, planet, pretty much, right? Or, you know, that city or whatever. She basically cuts off the power grid, so to speak, and metaphorically, and you know, all the, you know, the sun's energy or whatever drains, and they're screwed. So they kind of call her the Annihilator, right? Oh, you're the Annihilator, and she's always like, stop calling me that, don't be weird. And, like, in that, like, yeah, like, there's some actually, like, really good character development for not only Dar-Ben, but also Captain Marvel and the Kree. It's insane, right? Like, there's a lot happening. Like, Captain Marvel thought she was doing the right thing at the end of that movie, but in doing so kind of created Dar-Ben, created this villainous, you know, woman to want to kind of kill her and all that. And I think that's kind of interesting of a concept. Again, Monica Rambeau is really good in this as well. Apparently her and Brie Larson really hated each other on set, but you really can't tell in this. I think, like, straight up, these 3 women work well together. Miss Marvel, Iman Vellani, Kamala Khan, you know, Iman Vellani's the actress, whatever, the girl, and you know, Kamala Khan is the character, but I do feel that she's dangerously close in this, to, and even in her own show, but kind of I do think she is better in this than her show, like, acting-wise and all that, and writing-wise. But I feel like, again, like I said, she's dangerously close to being the Flash from the DCEU, right? Where the Flash is like, oh wow, is that the bat signal? Oh wow, you're Batman! Oh my God, it's Batman! You know what I mean, like that kind of thing. And it's like, just shut up. You just want to punch him or bitch slap him and just, stop it. Grow up, and I get it. That's how I would act, right? I would be, maybe not that voice, but I'd be like, oh my God, you're Bat. I'd probably be like, oh my God, you're Batman, you know what I mean, or something like that. So you would too. Don't lie, you know what I mean? If you were in effing DC land and you saw Batman shoot his grapple hook around the city, I'd be like, oh my God, it's Batman. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah. Anyway, let's go get some food. Like, no, I would freak the fudge out. So I get it, right? Like, she's doing relatable things. But she is kind of always, again, like this hyperactive teen. She's always drinking and eating food, and she's making quips and jokes, and it's just sometimes it can be a little bit tiring for her in this film. She's not bad, and that is her character. Like, if you read a Miss Marvel comic, that's how she's written, right? Like, that's how she's supposed to be like that. But again, I feel like she's not there for me, but she came pretty close to the edge, or she's scooting along the edge there of being a little bit annoying. Thankfully she wasn't, but I felt like at times it could have been really, really cutting that edge there. Other than that though, like I said, Dar-Ben is actually a pretty good villain, not the best ever, but she's fine. She's better than what I remember. I remember the whole like weird singing planet or whatever, which at first when I saw the movie I was like, that's kind of cringy and weird. What is this, a Disney film? But then I'm like, oh wait, Marvel is weird. Like straight up, you know what I mean? Like Guardians of the Galaxy is effing weird. We got a talking tree, and that's normal. But a planet where people sing to communicate is, I guess, too much to ask for. I get it. It was a bit out of left field. It kind of came out of nowhere. But if you really think about it for more than 5 seconds, rub those little baby brain cells together, not you, but idiots on Twitter specifically, and probably Reddit, you get to thinking, and you're like, oh, yeah, the MCU is a little bit weird. Like, sometimes it's really dark and mature and gritty and grounded and real. And sometimes it's more epic and grandiose, and sometimes it's just effing strange, right? Like, not like Doctor Strange, but just strange, right? Like weird crap happening. Talking tree, talking raccoon, a blue guy with a flying frickin' arrow. I mean, none of this stuff is real, you know what I mean? Like, maybe Punisher, I guess. That's probably the most realistic guy, right? I mean, or Hawkeye, who knows? But some of this stuff is very fantastical in nature, right? So I don't think that's too much to ask for. I mean, shit, there's a cat in here called a Flurkin, and it eats people with like weird tentacles out of its mouth, right? It's like an Elden Ring boss. It's really weird. So I don't really understand how that's a major complaint or how that's too cringy or weird upon this rewatch. As far as negatives, it is a slower film, or a slow film, a short film. So kind of, or shorter, I guess. What is it, 105? So I don't know, like an hour 45, something like that, hour 50 maybe, you're pushing that with credits. So it's not the longest MCU film, but a lot of stuff happens in this shorter movie where you're like, okay, yeah, like you've got sequels to these movies and sequels to these shows, and then you've got a new storyline with this film. You got Nick Fury, which he doesn't even mention his wife. I get it, no one likes Secret Invasion apart from me, but still, I think that is, like, it's a big task, you know what I mean? Like, it really is. And to juggle all these characters, especially the main three, and not make them annoying. There's I call it a bonding scene, or the bonding scene, right? Or stuff like that. The friend scene, whatever. I probably just call it the bonding scene. But it's where the whole kind of premise of this, right, is like Captain Marvel, and they all kind of F up in some degree, and they do some crazy thing, and they all switch powers, right, or locations. And that's kind of like a gimmick in a sense, but there's this bonding scene where they're trying to kind of control it and figure out how to not manipulate each other in a bad way when they're trying to fight Dar-Ben. And it's like this really cool montage of like a song playing, and they're just kind of having fun and joking and laughing, and it feels real. Like, it feels like they were just filming it, and they were like, all right, do jump rope. Or, okay, now, like, Brie Larson laughing. Like, unless she's that good of an actor, like, I genuinely felt like, they were goofing off, and they just filmed it. Like, it felt real. And I know that they really hated each other, Brie and freaking Tiona, I don't know. They hated each other on set, apparently, but you genuinely cannot tell when you're watching this movie. I guess Iman Vellani was just kind of standing there like, can you guys stop fighting? I don't know. But, when you're watching the movie, like, it's really good. Like, it pays off, and it's a really, good scene. But I think one of the stronger things, even stronger than that, and just like the camaraderie, is the action scenes. It's a Marvel film, it's a comic book movie, it's an action film. The action in this is effing slept on like crazy. The action is so well choreographed, it's insane. It's unreal. Like the fight in Kamala's house is incredible. How like the choreography goes, how they mix jokes that actually are funny with like really good kind of humorous fighting in a way because of the song playing or whatever, and they're switching powers and whatnot and going which way and what. I mean, it can be confusing, but thankfully it isn't because of the way they shot it. But yeah, I mean, the fighting in this is just it's instantly an upgrade from Captain Marvel 1. Like this, I'm not even kidding. This film has some of the best action in all of Marvel. Like it's so well done. It's great. It's so well done. It's like a steak. It's crazy, And like the scene where they're fighting Dar-Ben in the end, and like like the action, the slow-mo scene where they're all kind of, teaming up, and, Captain Marvel, or what is it? Kamala Khan's like shooting, she's getting like her long arm type thing from the comics, but it's the crystal energy. You get Rambo kind of like, phasing through stuff, and Captain Marvel shooting energy blasts, and she's trying to manage it all. There's a lot going on, and it's really well filmed where it's like, it's super easy to follow it, and it's actually really addicting. Like, it's a really, really fun movie to watch in general. But it's also just, really, like, the action scenes are just, like, top-notch for Marvel. I don't know. I genuinely don't get it. I mean, I get it. Well, I don't get it, but I also do. Like, I get it in quotation marks, right? Because, again, you got a white woman, a black woman, and a Muslim woman. So for someone out there, people that hate, black people or Muslim people or white people, and they hate women, like, this is a big, big red flag for them. Like, the toxic morons of the earth, right? So, like, to that extent, some people are really, really nuts, and they're like, woman equals woke, and they just go crazy. So, for, like, normal people, though, who actually like Marvel, I don't get it. Like, why does everyone hate this? It's not the best movie of all time, but it's really freaking good. Like, the scene with the Flurkins, eating people and all that, they're playing the music, it's genuinely hilarious. Nick Fury is actually really funny in this. It's one of the rare times where Nick Fury can be funny. And tell jokes, and normally he's like really serious and he's shooting bad guys and he's doing, coming right after Secret Invasion, for him to be a little bit more jovial and humorous in this, it's a breath of fresh air, and it fits the tone of the film, and it really works. He has some of the funniest lines in the film, and I just think it has a lot of heart. It's got some good action, and some great action, some really good comedy, some good stakes, not the eating kind, but the metaphorical stakes. Stakes, and it's just really, really insane what they were able to pull off here. And I know it flopped, and I know, oh my god, of course you like women, but like no, like watch it again. I don't know, man. Like, it's on Disney Plus. You can probably find it for $10-15 on Blu-ray. It's a freaking banger, dude. It's not my favorite one ever. I mean, as far as negatives, again, there is a lot to juggle here, and for me, it all comes together. But for some people, I can see it not. I get it. The singing planet is a bit, maybe comes out of left field, but in the grand scheme of Marvel, it makes perfect sense for that to be there. Marvel, again, it is weird. They do stuff like that in the other movies, and no one had a problem with it. I mean, they had a freaking Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special with an animated sequence and a musical number. No one cared. Oh yeah, because there's a dude in that one. You know what I mean? So like, I get it. Sexist people are turds, whatever. But I can't blame it all on sexists and racists and all the ists, right? This movie did bomb for a reason, and I just don't know that reason. Like, straight up. I genuinely love this movie. It was really fun to watch this one again. You know what I mean? I mean, it will never be the best of Marvel, but I can't really come up with that many negatives either. You know what I mean? Like personally, I wouldn't watch it over like Civil War or Endgame or Guardians 3 or stuff like that, but it's a lot better than what people give it credit for, and it's way better than stuff like Captain Marvel 1, Incredible Hulk, Thor 2, Ant-Man 3, I mean, like, none of those are bad movies, but this one just, it has, like, a really high rewatchability factor for me. It's very fun, it's fast-paced, it's energetic, and it's just, I don't know, man, it's a fun time. So tell me down below in the comments what your thoughts are on the Marvels. Why do you think it bombed? Obviously, we all know why, because of the 3 women, but that's one factor. But if you think of another factor, I don't think it is superhero fatigue. I don't think that's a thing. I think superhero movies are always going to be popular as long as they're good. And in my opinion, again, I should put my opinion, I thought this was a good one. Is it my favorite? No, but I think it was a lot better than what I remember, and I think it is a stronger film than Captain Marvel 1. I think Captain Marvel 1's a great film, don't get me wrong, but that felt a little bit more, I don't say boring, but more like reserved in tone. This one just felt like they were really, really, stretching their humorous factor and their like levity factor while not overstaying its welcome and not being cringy with the humor and actually, still giving good appropriate stakes with the Skrulls and with Hala and all that. I mean, like I said, it's a lot to juggle, but I think they really pulled it off. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video soon for Marvel's What If Season 2. I'm looking forward to that.